وعشق ما له آخر، وأمجاد مسطرة ترى في أمسها الحاضر. دبي زينة الدنيا وعشق ما له آخر، وأمجاد مسطرة ترى في أمسها الحاضر. تحييكم وتهديكم ورود العمر والخاطر، تحييكم وتهديكم ورود العمر والخاطر. فأهلا يا ضيوف دبي وسهلا في ربوع دبي. يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا دبي، يا سلام يا دبي، يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا دبي. It's somewhere you feel alive, forever on your mind. Wherever you close your eyes, Dubai is always in your heart. Dubai is always in your heart. No matter where you go in life, no matter where you go in time, doesn't matter where you are, Dubai is always in.
أعزائي المشاهدين، أهلا وسهلا بكم من جديد مع برنامجكم الأسبوعي برنامج قصتي. كما عودناكم في كل أسبوع نستضيف لكم خيرة من دولة الإمارات، قصة نجاح أتتنا إلى الدولة. Mr. Prakash, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We are so lucky to be here with you in Dubai. Our team said to you, welcome in our program, and we would like to know about yourself. Who's Mr. Prakash when he come to this country at the first time and what he's doing at this moment.
دار تختصر عالم وقالب وصفها العالم. دبي وكوكب آخر بهالقلوب تتفيا، ومن هالليل يتضيع لأنها دارة الدنيا وعشق.
I've been here for almost 50 years now.
ما شاء الله.
Born and brought up in Dubai. Our company has been set up in Dubai in 1956. We have been doing mainly Indian products, Indian spices, anything to do with Indian festivals. More or less, we have anything that the people of would require for the Indian community. We have been based in Dubai mostly. Also, we have now a shop in Sharjah. We have a shop in Dera. We are also supplying to some of the hypermarkets like Lulu, Chotrans, Almaya, and our products is the core fundamentals of the company.
Yes.
We focus totally on the products where we make sure that what we source for the customer is something that we would be buying for ourselves. We make sure that the quality and the value is more important in the product. Anything that we source from India is already tested, is already checked, not only from a lab but also from our people. And mostly our relationships are very old. We don't build new relations very easily. If a supplier would come to us with a new product at a better price, we don't look at the price, we look more on the product. We look at long-term relations. Mostly our suppliers are 30 years or more.
وفيها يلتقي العالم ليغزل حبه العذري. فأهلا يا ضيوف دبي وسهلا في ربوع دبي. يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا دبي، يا سلام يا دبي، يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا دبي. هلا يا كل هالعالم في دار تختصر عالم وقالب وصفها العالم. دبي كوكب آخر، دبي كوكب آخر.
Mr. Prakash, when I talk about MADHOOR, so I talk about the company that started from 1956.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the first generation. The guy who teach you, who build your character?
Yes, that was my father, Mr. Gidarilal. He came to Dubai when there was actually nothing in Dubai. There were no basic facilities. Even water was not in taps. You had to get the water on donkeys. That's the kind of system Dubai was. So
Wow.
you actually had to get the basics were not available, and that's where he saw the opportunity that he can go back to India and travel and bring back spices and lentils for the people of Dubai. Uh, he did a lot of hard work initially because there was not a lot of cargo also, and mostly it was traveling in ships up and down and getting his own products himself.
When I talk about the heart of the market, so I have to mention Dira, Arras. If
Yeah.
someone walking in Arras and asking about the spices, the name it will be always. The word of mouth it's built and that's strong now. But also we are in big community and the challenge always coming harder and harder. So tell me how we can keep always on the top and never go and step back in business.
We make sure whatever we do, we don't compromise on quality. Even now, in COVID times, getting our suppliers to supply the same quality is a very big challenge. But we make sure that there is no compromise. There are many times we will say this product is not available, even though it is easy for us to just go to some other supplier and get it. If the quality is not good, we don't sell. So what we bring from the market to the market, we make sure that it is not from any supplier. It is always from a fixed source. So during COVID, we realized that customers really appreciated this. That when you buy from MADHOOR, you are guaranteed the quality. You don't really need to look at the packet. People can actually open our packet and direct to use. It's something very difficult for many suppliers to understand that quality is a top priority, and if you focus on quality, it is very difficult for any competitors to do that.
Around 75 employees we have in our company.
Yes.
So let's talk about how we can build this relation with these employees more stronger.
We do a lot of activities for our staff. I make sure personally that I am personally involved with all my staff. Yes, a lot of my managers complain that if there is any issue, why does the staff have access to me? I have an open door policy where my office is always open. Any of my staff can approach me at any time for any kind of problem, work related, personal, or any kind of issues that they face. Now that we have more staff, of course I have somebody to manage my HR, but more or less I still have access to all my staff. I know them by first name, and I make sure that any applications that they do, if they're rejected for any reason, I will kind of check them to see is there anything that we can compromise on. We also do birthday celebrations for all our staff as a kind of incentive to create some kind of happiness and personally be involved with all the staff.
1995, these days or this time, you start join the business with the father.
Yes.
So what the first position was for you in the business?
I started in this company very young. Before 95 also I was in the company, but not officially. Before 95 I started as a cashier. So I have started in the company as ground up. Father was very down to earth for us. Even though we owned the business, he said, no, you're being the son, you have to be able to do everything. So I have done everything from shelving the products, from cleaning to cashier, accounts. I have also done messenger. I have done all the jobs. So that is why today also when my kids ask me, how do you know this? I say, I know because I have been a cashier. So I know how it feels when the customer is asking something, and if we don't know the answer, how difficult it can be.
Sure.
95 I joined as the retail head. That was my first formal role, and basically I took over the full retail operations, and from there we have expanded on the retail front.
So now I'm talking about the husband and the father and the businessman at the same time. How you can manage your time?
Oh, that's been a very big challenge for me. I had to actually get my wife involved in the company so that I can be a good husband and spend more time with my wife. Getting the kids also, I have involved them in my company. My two sons are joined me this year because they were supposed to go for uni to UK, but because of COVID, they are unable to travel. So this year they've been helping out as interns, and they've been looking at different avenues or different parts of the company and trying to manage. Uh, my wife is involved in the HR of the company, so that way I can be on a kind of a first level. Means I can do one-to-one talk, on a daily basis.
So always we saying behind the businessman a woman,
Yes.
right? So what you would say for this woman?
Well, she supports me very well from taking care of the home in a very hands-on manner, where I don't have to look on to anything with regards to the home front. But also on a professional front, she's very hands-on, where she gives me full support if I have any kind of issues and I'm unable to handle or be available to go. She can go and represent me. So, and she's aware of the business because um, from day one, our family has been where the whole family is involved in the business in some way or the other, because we discuss business all the time.
Sometimes I'm talking about the growth. We're talking how you are living in the growth. I'm talking
Yes.
about the crisis. It's happening sometimes. 2008, 2009, it was difficult to you or it was easy?
2008 was difficult. The volumes really went down, and it was a difficult time overall for the whole of UAE. So we were in the same boat. But one of the reasons we have survived over time is because we have been very consistent. Our customers have been very consistent. What we do is the same. So we don't compromise on quality. Even if there is a crisis, we will not say, okay, we should cut corner. We give the same level of service, the same level of product, and our profit margins or our markups have always been the same. We don't think that there is extra demand, so increase the prices. We always give a very fair value to our customers.
Corona came, changed the world.
Yes.
What Corona affected your business?
Corona showed us different ways to do business. For us, it was a very good kind of experience where we learned that our customers trust us. It gave us the reassurance that what we were doing was correct all along. Our name and our goodwill really stood out during Corona, and the only thing we were not ready for was digital e-commerce. So we have done that in the last few months, and we are all online now.
How we can find you online?
You can go to our website or our app, which is madhostores.com or Madhu Stores on the App Store.
On the App Store and Google and apps, Apple?
Yes, on all of them now.
All of them. We celebrate before 5 or 6 years that we work for Expo and we are preparing for Expo. Now Expo coming. So what Expo will affect your business?
Expo for us is not a direct impact apart from being able to receive more tourists. We sit in the middle of the old souk where there is the gold shops are there and the old spice markets are there, old textile shops are there. So we expect that once Expo 2020 kind of begins, we will see these tourists back again in this area, and yes, it will help the business. From our preparedness, we supply to some of the bigger hypermarkets, and we have more or less been on the same spectrum of keeping good quality products.
In the business, always there is a challenge. I want to talk about the memory in your life. It's a challenge also. It was challenge your father.
Yes.
Tell me about this challenge.
My father was a very good mentor. he basically taught us everything from ground up, from everything about the business, about how to look at products, how to source, how to read your customers, how to communicate, how to get the feedback, and how to make corrective actions, how to judge your staff. That was a very big challenge for me after my father passed away, where I became kind of my own mentor, where I did not have anyone else to look up to for any kind of advice. But he has taught us a lot, and it has helped me and my staff to a large extent, because a lot of my staff is still there from father's time. So those people who were working under him are very well trained in the company.
UAE is peace and safe country. When I talk about UAE, I mentioned that the country which have more than 230 facilities now, and safe. We can walk in the street anytime, we never see it. So what we have to say for you leaders and government for this peace and safe country?
I think it's a beautiful country. I think they have taken care of all their preparedness. They are very quick to take any kind of action. The help is very quick. We have never had any major issues from our company. Ever we had any kind of query with the government departments, it has been very easy to resolve. The UK government again also is very open. So it's not that you have a very closed door policy. You can approach any government department and get what information you want or advice, and they guide you in a very systematic way. So
from our side, we will say to you, thank you very much for spending your time with our team, and welcome again our program. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Ya salam, ya salam, ya